Summer is here and I'm loving it. The sun's out longer, evenings are golden, and everything feels warm and alive. But you know what doesn't love all that extra daylight is our sleep. Longer, brighter days might be great for mood, but they can definitely mess with your body's natural circadian rhythms. If you've been lying awake past your usual bedtime or waking up still groggy, it's probably your circadian rhythm saying, "Help me." That's where Manta Sleep comes in. They make the most comfortable, fully adjustable sleep masks I've ever tried. It feels almost like it doesn't even touch your eyes. It just floats. Total blackout and comfort. I've used their Pro Mask and I love that I can adjust the eye cups to fit exactly where I need them. No pressure on my eyes, no slipping around. It even stays in place no matter how much I switch positions throughout the night rolling around. I also love their weighted mask. It feels like a hug for your face. The gentle pressure really helps me wind down faster, especially on those nights where my brain is really running and won't shut off. If you're somebody who loves weighted blankets, this is that same kind of feeling for your eyes. It's really nice. Visit mantasleep.com and use my code MOON for 10% off. That's code MOON for 10% off your order at mantasleep.com. Thank you so much to Manta Sleep for sponsoring this video. Manta is all about the pro-nap movement. Can definitely say same for me. Rest is productive. Your naps are deserved. Okay, so let's can wait for another 5 minutes, and this one could be it's the same. Oh, hello there. You're not one of my regulars. That is, unless you discovered elixir of youth since I saw you last. How you find this place? Most people, they say, they pass by 3 times, only notice door after they stop looking. Like door gets shy. Was not even open yesterday. Or was it? Maybe it was. Second. Well, you are here now. That is our part done. I am Miss Magpie, proprietor, arranger, sometimes repair, mostly just like to leave it be. And this is the shop. Doesn't have a name. I try sexy, did not like any. Spat some back at me, pato. This day of that syndicate. And what is it that you like? I see. Well now, just to set expectation, no browsing, huh? No poke, no touch, no just see what you have. No shelves of cheap porcelain or bowl of tangle-up silverware. That's next door, and I think they bite. Everything here keeps tucked away, safe, quiet. Some of it is shy, some of it is moody, some of it still make up his mind. So, instead of you sniffing about like nosy babushka neighbor, I bring thing to you, yes? Thing I think suit you. They have a little hum
a little pull I feel in finger joint. That sound fair? You bring curiosity, I bring object with peculiar past and peculiar temperament. This is what I like to collect, you see. Strange thing, quiet thing with one missing piece. You like strange thing, yes? Yes, I knew that. Yes, I thought so. You have a hand of someone who keep things long past usefulness. And I said, don't mind a bit of dust. I've got just a thing to begin with. Let's start here. This one's been waiting for you. For the right person, I mean. This here. These books is a little flat. This one always was. Hand carved, but not entirely by human hand. You understand? One or two knuckles involved, but rest not from around here. Very nice shape of the fish you see on top. That is hanging tail. Freshwater trickster. Cheeky creature. Pretend to be stupid. Is not stupid. If you press on the eye, light, like you're asking permission, it open. Make little sigh like, finally someone polite. Last one pocket too hard. Box would not speak to me for 8 days. Now, the vines here along the sides. See? Not just for looking pretty, no. This is pine root. Grows only where secret are buried. Cousin of ivy, but no seer. Like drama. Wrap itself around truth until truth forget its own name. You see? You see? They say it was made by widower Elias Finch, his name, in coastal village called Barrow Hollow. Not the Barrow Hollow you find on the map now. Oh no. Other one. Swallowed by sea in the winter tide of 1812. Pfft, whole place gone, just bloop. Except for the church steeple and 3 cats to stop in. Still see one of them sometime in dream. Always smell like onion. Elias was fisherman, but after his wife drowned under the black water moon, he never go back to sea. He just carve the wood, carve the chair, carve the table, carve the chest. But these books, This is last piece. Most careful, most quiet. He carved this fish to keep memories still, to catch a moment before it slip away. Pine root, no say plant, like to listen through wood grain. Now, is a part I'm not supposed to tell, but your hands do not lie. You've lost things, important things I can tell, so I will tell. Elias used this box to keep his final letter. When they found it, somehow, still dry, bone dry despite flood, inside was treating the letter, a lock of her hair twisted like sea kelp, and a fish hook bent into perfect heart. I wouldn't put coins in there. It resents commerce, sulks for days. Had a nickel stuck in its throat once. Her drawer smelled like vinegar. No good. So, you like the fish box? Let's tuck it in now, though. There we are, tied up safe. No eye contact with it until you get home. It gets shy once it's packed. Let me see what I have for you next. Take a look, take a look, take a look. Look at you, look at you, look at you, look at you. Ah, yes, the tray. This tray was carved from artwood of a tree that once stood all alone in ruined orchard deep in Withersin Valley. Terrible place, beautiful. Locals used to call it the listening tree. This tree, it listens. You stand beneath its branch with heavy foot. It pull it out of you, right from the spine, like string from old goat, and drink it down, down, down into the soil. Very polite. I tried it once. I've headache for 3 days. Forget mother's birthday. Worth it. The man who carved this, Renault he was called, used to visit once a week. didn't speak, just sat. He was former court gardener but had limp and sadness that made him invisible to patrols. Valley was forbidden, you know. Fog, crows, rules. He only take fallen wood, never cut, never pry, just take what tree give. And when tree finally fall, struck by lightning on longest night of the year, he cry, not from grief, from permission. Tree had chosen to go. After carving, he lined it with thyme herbs for 3 nights. Let the scent settle in. Use it for tea, for wildflower, for quiet. But then someone come to visit. Someone with sharp glove and face too quiet. After that, the tray was gone. Show up again almost a century later in a state cell of a bird watcher who wear only scarves and refused to explain anything. Tray come with note, say, do not eat anything left overnight on tray, especially not egg. Strange, no? Well, look. You see this curve here? It fits your hand. It bends toward you. Most people, they not know how to handle things that were once alive. But you, I see that you carry your grief quietly, like folded handkerchief in coat pocket. That's the sort that I respect. Lovely shape of the leaf, the detailed of the opposite edge, like this. Flap is masterek espartis, and you find the engraving of the vein come up like this from the center and lead out to the edge, just so, just so, just like this. Delicate curve, good. You like? I wrap it up for you. Can't let it ride on bare. Not with wind like this. Make things forgetful. You like, of course. There. Now is yours. Just don't put egg on it, no? We talk about this. Oof, I need you to take breath with me now. I can see it as something dark I trälar sekundens kom. Bring door, God. Inhale with me like this. And hold it. And let it go. Good. I see it disappear into the air like dust. Like this. And then, what now? You're smiling, but your eyes foggy. Like someone who remembered the dream but cannot decide was it pleasant or not. Tell me, have you ever been to sea? No, not boat with swimming pool and buffet. Not one of those. What is the word? Floating snack palace. Tiny towel fold like swan. Braceleted beep when you want them alone. I mean sea. Real one. Grey sky, salt and teeth. Wind that make you question your lineage. I see. This one I have to keep behind glass for a bit. Bristle twitch like mutiny. Used to belong to sailor. Captain Diesel Pratt. Very tall, very Polish. Terrible singing voice, and not shy to use it. He captained the Morning Goose merchant ship, left in 1873 with cargo of Turkish apricot and very opinionated stowaway cat named Parsnip. Only make one voyage, just one, never reach destination, but it did arrive, just not where map say. This Pratt was neat man, fussy. Brush everything. Brush up his cabin, brush up the desk, brush up the coat, brush up the cat. This brush, his favorite, and carved by his lover. Sculptor, very dramatic, said she could only sleep near wood that had tasted salty air. Honestly, she sounds exhausting. One side boat, one side wheel, as if ask, are you the passenger or the pilot? Exactly. Last entry in logbook, he write, the moon is wrong, too wide, too awake. We go forward anyway. Ship vanish. 30 years later reappear. Empty. Spotless. No speck of dust. But this brush still sitting on captain chair. Bristle damp. As if freshly used. You like tidy thing, don't you? Not sterile tidy, no. Not hospital tidy. You like the kind of tidy that still remember what it swept away. Ordered with memory. You don't mind ghost so long as they use coaster, yes. But I do not use on mirror. Mirror do not like what this one would call. Ah, you want it? Of course you do. I thought you might. You've got the hands of someone who's swept up secrets before. Gentle, like the spilled sugar. Sweep, sweep, sweep. I wrap it up for you. Very careful. Very good. Very good. Wrap it up nice for you, da. Not too tight. Don't want to feel trapped. Good. And what I show you next, we see. I see. I know. This one almost certainly cursed in gentlest possible way, like mother-in-law with poetry degree. This came from a state of fun, Miss Periwinkle Drosselmeyer, opera soprano, and amateur arsonist. Not on purpose, not like Gerard with the matches. No, not deliberate. She just had a certain effect on her surroundings. Too much passion, not enough ventilation, da. Periwinkle inherited the bellow from her uncle Hubert, who claimed it belonged to chimney's bride named Edgar. Edgar lived inside the flue of 14th century tavern and only blew flames backward. Terribly inconvenient for hostess, yeah, but marvelous for warming knees of unsuspecting drinkers. Anyway, Uncle Hubert found this bellow behind loose airstone in Holiday Cottage. Still feel faintly warm after 300 years. Use it to light pipe every evening until one Tuesday. Poof. No more mustache, no more eyebrow. Forget name of second wife entirely. Not worst outcome. Miss Periwinkle took it in after that. Said it made her high notes more molten. She would puff it 3 times before performing over dish of stewed plum and scream into fireplace to wake the old flame. Nobody sure if she mean alcohol, if she mean fire chocolate named Benoit, or that pyromancer with velvet glove from Prague. Many loves. During her final concert, she used this very bellow backstage. Her aria open crack in the floorboard. It had been slightly warm ever since, just like the bellow. Why don't you feel it? Warm, yeah? It still works. Rather well, in fact. But doesn't always blow air in expected direction. paper near head, or curtain, or people wearing lace. Do you have fireplace? A real one, huh? Not that silly screen with fake crackles and wobbly glow. No? Well, sometime you don't need flame for something to catch fire. You want? Yes, of course. Behave yourself, darling. No smoldering in this section. Always something on the fingers. Ash from nowhere. Maybe just memory dust. Oh, such a bother. And then what? Let me see. Just. You like ghost. You like paper ghost. We see. This one have a bit of heft, not just ounces, but memory weight. Paper ghost. You feel it, was all think later said for it, not once, but twice, 3 times. Letters with subtext, you know. The ornate edge, the peasant. Not a practical bird, no. Flashy bird, startled by breeze, silly feathers. Always act like someone said something rude. Like the women who own this for the year, give or take. Evelyn Marsh. Alone, but not lonely. Had the dogs and the butter dish. She was secretary at university. Precise, proper, obsessed with letters, but not romantic obsessed, more obsessed with documentation. She believed everything worth remembering should arrive in envelope. It's not wrong. She write to her sister to town over instead of ringing. Write to grocer. Write annual self-performance President's review. File them right here. General, like army. Yeah, I knew this one would go to you. Knew it from the way you squint at the light when you come in, like you're reading invisible ink. Now, this design, not commission, factory whimsy maybe, but Evelyn used to tell guests it was inspired by the peasant who ruined her picnic and her trust in birds. Didn't laugh, not even smile. Still don't know if it was a joke. Well, quite a pleasant sight on the eyes in any case. You like? I show you how it works. 8 cards. Hoods. Your correspondence tight. Doesn't care if it's grocery list or love confession. It hold either way, even if you forget to stamp it. You like? Of course you like. I show you. You like. Then now, one more story your appetite sealed shut. Don't peck at it, bird brain. Sleep now, no squawking in the back. And then, so to get some political content, and napping at the wrist. Se avete whispered now i besliket no skangen dagar whispered too many things you have it no place to put everything for that. This one I call sturdy on purpose. Not like this collapsible nightmare from the catalog. For the ones never stand again. The old paint is called Forgetful Moose. Not official name. Miss Nellie Bragg, she named it herself, refused to use sludge from hardware shop, said they were too smoke. The inside quite dusty, a bit scratched up. One main compartment. 3 slots to hold your tools. Belong to Miss Bragg, garden tinkerer, possum nurse, and deeply suspicious of composting. She say I feel like overfeeding the earth, like stuffing up pockets of someone already full. Every morning I exactly at 7:10 she take this box outside. Not 7 too eager. Not 7:15. You've already lost the cucumbers. She kept all the important bits. The trowel, the gloves, the shears, the fertilizer, and always have a biscuit in wax paper, just in case. Case of what? Crumbs? But no pens, no. She always said writing things down only invite argument with your past self. She was not wrong. I still owe myself many apology letters. I quite like the shape of the handle, the shape of the edge. You could repaint it if you like. The paint is quite chipped, quite dirty. The box was built by her nephew, who had brief flirtation with carpentry, ended when he tried to make a chair and somehow make towel rack that look like funeral prop. He painted green to hide the nail that hold absolutely nothing in place. Still, it lasts over 30 years through roses, tomatoes, and one deeply spiteful goose who lived beneath the rhubarb. He attacked mailmen. He once attacked a wedding guest. You like? The bit heavier on the left. That's because Miss Bragg always put her shoes right there. That balance is for bicycles, not boxes. You'll put receipts, twine, rock you forgot to return to beach, maybe tea bag you're not done with yet. We all have one. And that's what the box wants. It wants to be used, not reverence. It wants use. She does not like being admired from shelf. Makes her itchy. Yeah? And then, what is next? Is of the thing der går till Chicago. It's a king close. The ring is white. I know it. It's whereabouts. Funny thing about this one, people look at long stamp like this and go, oh, must be mass produced, factory made, stuck 20 in a tray somewhere. Wow, nonsense. Look at the length, too long for ledger work, too delicate for clerk's meaty hand. This was carefully handmade for sake of presentation, not for rules, for flourish. You see? This is elder wood, not common. Too soft for brutes, too fussy for tourists. You see the grain that's from a winter lazy life turned slow and cold. You can tell, you can always tell. Machines get moody, just like people. Belong to one Mrs. Margaret Redfern, calligrapher by trade, performer by calling. At a wee shop in Yorkshire, Redfern and Proper, she named it, even though that was never a proper. Well, not a person anyway. She wears silk sleeves even in summer, velvet joggers in spring, signed receipts with a wax seal. Yes, even for people who only bought twine. This was her personal stamp. It's not a logo, not a monogram. She designed it herself, a sort of decorative border of florals. Not a rose, not a daisy. No one could name it. She said it bloomed once every 11 years in shadow of ruined chapel. People rolled their eyes. But one day she got a letter from customer in Slovenia. Say, I know this flower grown near my grandmother's house. It is stubborn. Margaret wrote back, asked for seeds. She sent, she planted, she died before they bloom. Well, used less than 100 times, maybe. You see here, edge still crisp, not smoothed by lazy hands. If the paper's just slightly damp, just the breath of a candle, mind you, it'll leave perfect mark. You'd use it properly, I think. You got the look of someone who lines things up 1, 2, 3 times before pressing down and still doubt it afterward. Good. That's how you earn trust. You like it like you. And then, oh, I see you looking. You look at this. Many people do. Must look away. This one. Very interesting, this one. I don't know if I tell you. I tease, I play. Blonde Jacques Crystal. Early 1900s. Real stuff. None of that pressed glass nonsense. And the stopper still original. Typically get dropped shutter replaced by cork. Found it in the attic of a coastal inn just outside Thornby, or what's left of Thornby anyway. Belonged to the innkeeper's husband, Mr. Lyle. He used it every Friday like clockwork. Same drink, same chair, same toast, 2 quiet endings. But then came the pattern. Anyone else who ever borrowed this decanter? And yes, Mr. Lyle, he did lend it out on occasion. They all report the same peculiar happening. Not one of them could remember when it got refilled. Not who did it. Not how. Just one day, from empty to full again. Quiet like. Not always quick, but always, eventually. Mrs. Lyle told me once, poured out the last drop, left it sitting on the mantel, forget about it. Week later, full to the brim of tea. Black currant tea. She hates blackcurrant. What do you think of that? Come out like this. You take a look. See anything strange in there? One day say a novelist drink from it. Desperate fellow. Then he writes 600-page in 2 days. None of it makes sense. But still, 600 is 600. Such a beautiful color. This one don't abide greed or weeping or sentiment in general. Just pour, sip, and wait. You like? I know you like. Now then, let's see what the shadows have intended for you next. Here they are. Still got the twitchy little ends to them. Clawed up feet like they're waiting to pounce. These tongues came from the Eldridges. Big family. Big house. Country estate. Long gravel drive. 7 chimney. And 1 kitchen that ran too hot all year round. This utensil passed down through the Eldridge women, only the women, always keeping the same drawer, a second from the left, beneath the stove, wrapped in the hanky that smelled like clove, and odd things no one wanted to talk about. They weren't used for sugar. No, not for the sugar cube. They were for odd little things. The lemon peel, the pressed herbs, the rose petal soaking gin, strange little things like this. Do you ever need to pick up strange little thing? Well, what makes these strange essential look is how they move. Just a smidge, always turning slightly on the tray, pointing at the person who needs something. No one said anything, of course. Would have been quite rude. But people started to notice. How could you not? The little tongues, they point to and they point fro. Some of the family started testing it. Youngest girl, Elspeth, used to creep down after midnight, place a little folded note between the claws, leave it right there on the hearth, and go to bed. No one ever spoke of what was written, but soon after she ran off with a bookseller. No name, no town, no past. Left behind a drawer full of lavender and feathers. Her sisters just nodded, didn't even blink. They said, the tongues warned us. Not magical, not really, just observant, like you. You see things nobody mentioned. The fourth spoon in a set of 3 looks clicked one more time than usual. That's why they pick you. They like careful hands, careful eyes. They pick you, you pick them. Yeah, good. I think maybe one more thing waits for you. I'll see which it is. Cause det get like this tågetest. This one don't go to just anyone. Not for someone loud or careless or someone who were truly like punctuation. No, this one is for memory, for protection maybe, for walking into a room you're afraid of and remembering what your name sounds like in your own head. I show to you. delicate, not by a long shot. It's got weight, good weight, like armor in polite shape. Used to belong to Isadora Lyle. No, not the one with the inn. That one. Guardian historian. Catalogued old roses all through Europe. Real dramatic ones with petals like a ruffled skirt. And named they sound like opera singer. She wear this always. In the dirt. Under the sun. Hands in gloves talking root system and forgotten orchards. This glimmering thing right at her throat. Didn't matter if she was teaching or pruning. Elbow deep in compost, whatever the matter. This shiny beaut was glimmering just here over the collarbones. After she passed, her assistant bring this to me. Shy, timid, tiny little miss. She looked like she still expect her boss to walk in and ask why she didn't water the lavender. She told me if I ever forgot why I love my work, to wear it for a while, but I never forgot. So she bring to me. You'd wear it well. This is for the heart, not to fix the heart. No, just to remind it how to keep beating and why, even when it's tired. I can see that your heart is tired. Ah, my dear, it's okay. It's okay. Good. Good. Godda's talking about home. It took this thing like this. You like? It's perfect for you. I love it. No more today, I'm afraid. Not for you anyway. That's it for you for today. Yes, I hope that you are pleased with the treasures that have chosen you and that you have chosen in turn. That drawer up there has been humming all morning, but it's in the mood. It wants solitude. It's a bit jar near the head. Still soaking up the last Thursday. Ridiculous behavior. Now, you listen. If you want more, you come back on Wednesday, not Tuesday. Tuesday's no good. That's when the barometer resets. I've got to release the clocks. But Wednesday, yes, that's when the small troll opened by itself. The compass tends to point towards whoever's been lying to themselves. Bring your hands empty. On your way out, mind the left turn past the second gate. The fog's been hanging there a little too thick, if you ask me. What is it rist? Pilotis Off you go now. Go gentle. Avoid puddles that don't reflect. And if something winks at you from the